In 1978, New York's Lower East Side was abuzz with the jarring sounds of James Chance and the Contortions, and from their debut appearance on the various artists' No New York compilation, the track Flip Your Face. Okay, right from the start there, some guitar work somewhat evocative of Sonny Sharrock. Yeah, really just up and down the scale, kind of sliding, like sheer. Not many people have done that guitar sound, I gotta say. It's evocative of Sharrock's 1975 album. And then beyond that, I guess just kind of what was going on around on this scene, like by these guys and Glenn Branca. Oh, God, I love the way it's just like sliding up and down, kind of almost like out of any key, really. How are they doing it? It's like, how did they manage to find a sound that was so kind of like unique in that? No one had really done the slide quite like that before. Yeah, just crank up the treble real loud. This is produced by Brian Eno, although I was thinking the tracks were recorded live in studio. Yeah. Yeah, what's that guitar work is dominating more than anything else. It's like there you got some plomp 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 the rhythm, and James Chance or James Whiter he would alternate between those two names, just kind of yelping. You can just imagine what the lyrics must be about. Okay, I really like that rhythm a bit too. No 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 no, kind of frenetic, nervy, like back and forth. Oh, that just completely like the art of like discombobulated Sonic. Just it's the Sonic equivalent of like scribbly line art. I say throwing out the name Jackson Pollock would be kind of like a cliche at this point. I'd say more like some of that art from like this time period where they were taking like paint on the palm of one hand and just going around like in this and just and then maybe another color in this hand and going like and then just letting it all come together just randomly. Like springy sounding too. Now that's slightly different, an added element. Dur, 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 dur. It's basically that's so early, but I'm glad it happened that someone thought of like combining elements of free jazz, jazz funk, and punk. Oh, and the way that sax is like interacting really high. Yeah, like Albert Ayer, Sonny Sharrock, and the Talking Heads kind of like colliding, Oh, Captain Beefheart is, I would imagine, is also an influence. Yeah, I basically we have that kind of structured element, and then we have just that really fractious, just random element, like the sax and the guitar you know, really giving us that instability, giving us that element of chance, like anything could happen, and then we have that kind of vaguely, and there, that one element that's kind of virtuosic in its own way, in its very unconventional way, and then we have that kind of rudimental rhythmic element that's just kind of holding things together. Almost like violin like there, right? I was thinking like frantic, or like cello, like. The drumming's kind of discombobulated in its own way. The way it kind of like gradually like slows down, and it's. And it's worth noting that well, let's see. We have 16 people photoed on the back. It's like the members of the 4 acts that appeared on here. I know that James Chance was, let's see. James Chance has a black eye in the photo. I know that he got in fights with some members of his audience. Let's see. I guess 6 of these people are from the Contortions, yeah. Yeah, they had the biggest lineup here. And let's see, guitar work is played by, slide guitar by Pat Place. Interesting. And guitar by Jody Harris. And yeah, I'd have to research some of these people. I know some of the people that have like passed through other lineups. I saw Arto Lindsay here. I was thinking about Arto Lindsay as I was listening to this, but no, he was on the DNA recordings, yeah. Another reason I was thinking of Arto Lindsay is because I was thinking that it makes sense to follow through between this and the Lounge Lizards. This makes the Lounge Lizards sound conventional by comparison. It makes them sound like a sophistopop band. And that's what they looked like, funny enough. Yeah, no. Oh, that's almost kind of like B-52's like no. When you take away all the really fractious elements of those. Yeah, God, I think these guys would have like scared Gang of Four off the stage. I compare the two because at the same time the lead's post-punk funk sound was coming up in the UK, like it Leeds University, or in and around Manchester area, Greater Manchester, and then that was kind of like the UK version of this like New York no wave style, and like both movements were kind of like a more extreme variant of what had happened in and around those scenes, those environments, like 2 years earlier beforehand with like punk and all that, making punk and new wave sound relatively conventional by comparison. And yeah, it just goes to show how just in the span of like 18, this was recorded in the spring of 78. Yeah, just like about 18. It's just amazing how many ideas were just coming through in the wake of punk. Yeah, that you would have something at this end of the extreme, and you would also have like bands that were kind of like reinventing conventional pop music at the same time, and art rock. Yeah, there was just no containing the year by year innovations of rock related music during the 1970s and into the early 80s. Yeah, but anyway, yeah, that was the Contortions, James Chance and the Contortions with Flip Your Face from the 1978 No New York compilation released on Antilles, produced by Brian Eno. Yeah. Anyway, for more Rubies and Sapphires from albums from 1978, see the directory of albums from 1978 for more than 1,250 titles from that jam-packed year, and also you can find in there the link to the directory of 78 short players for 200 some odd further releases of bands that didn't actually have an album out that year, just had just had singles or EPs out that year. So yeah, over like about almost 1,500 artists active that year, like represented in the whole overall directory. Yeah. Like and subscribe, follow me on social media, and leave a comment if there are any observations you have about the track we just heard. The intensity, the volume, the loudness, the fractiousness, just the bizarre, lilting, shocking nature of it all. Yeah. What kind of impression? How many things have you heard really like that? Like, especially like before, taking into account when this was released. Yeah, not many precedents set before this one in this particular vein of music. Yeah. And until next time, this is Zaragon, the world's most air travel tram maximalist, signing off.